Large-scale warfare and battles raged in Europe a millennia earlier than previously thought. That is the conclusion of new research that challenges our understanding of the ancient past. A re-evaluation of skeletal remains in Spain dating back over 5,000 years focused on 338 individuals from a mass burial site in northern Spain, uncovering a staggering 23.1% injury rate, predominantly in adolescent and adult males. The findings, published in the journal Scientific Reports, highlighted the discovery of 52 flint arrowheads, 36 of which showed impact damage, which forced a rethink on the notion of early conflicts being short-lived raids, instead suggesting prolonged, large-scale conflicts or campaigns, possibly lasting months. The revelation challenges the traditional timeline of early warfare in Europe, previously believed to have occurred during the Bronze Age, around 4,000 to 2,800 years ago. The higher prevalence of injuries among males, the significant rate of healed injuries indicating extended conflicts, and the evidence of damaged arrowheads led researchers to conclude that these individuals likely experienced violence and were potential casualties of warfare. The study further explores the late Neolithic site of San Juan ante Portam Latinam, SJAPL, focusing on signs of violent trauma on skeletal remains during the Neolithic period. The site presents a higher prevalence of unhealed traumas, 10.1%, compared to the European Neolithic average of 2 to 5%. Evidence of arrowhead impacts on isolated arrowheads indicated a larger number of victims than previously thought, with possibly up to 26.6% of individuals at SJAPL meeting violent deaths. Healed injuries, identified in 59 cranial and 30 postcranial cases, suggest recurring conflicts over an extended period, possibly spanning months or even years. The demographic composition of SJAPL, with the majority of adult males, aligns with patterns seen in historical battles, implying organised conflict. The study also highlighted significant gender-related differences in trauma rates, with males showing higher rates, 44.9%, compared to females, 23.9%. The findings raise questions about the reasons behind these early conflicts, speculating on tensions between cultural groups during the late Neolithic period. This discovery prompts a re-evaluation of conflict dynamics in prehistoric Europe, challenging previous assumptions about the absence of sustained large-scale conflicts in early societies. The paper specifically suggested warfare was the cause of the remains at the site rather than a massacre. It read, "Massacres often result in a demographic profile that more closely resembles a natural population, with a broader representation of age groups. The demographic composition at SJAPL, with a high proportion of adult males, suggests a scenario more consistent with organised combat or conflict, where individuals of a specific demographic, likely adult males, were primarily involved in violent encounters." Previously it was held that the so-called Battle of Tollens Valley in 1200 BC was one of, if not the oldest massed battle in Europe. The site was a grim example of ancient warfare. Archaeological digs recovered 20,000 disarticulated body parts, representing over 140 individuals, mostly young adult men. Weapons including axes, wooden clubs and bronze and flint arrowheads, some still embedded in victims' bones, littered the landscape and reflected a terrible conflict. The objects and the people came from different parts of Europe, although this example too hints at earlier conflicts, with the discovery of healed injuries suggesting the belligerents were seasoned fighters. Extensive trauma seen on many bones testified to the brutality of this particular battle. The far earlier SJAPL site offers valuable insights into the challenges of identifying violence in ancient skeletal remains. The prevalence of unhealed traumas, evidence of arrowhead impacts and healed injuries indicate a history of recurring conflicts. Gender-related differences in trauma rates and the demographic composition resembling historical battles suggest organised conflict by male participants during the Neolithic period, challenging established timelines and prompting a necessary reconsideration of ancient European warfare. That's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share and most importantly subscribe, and you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description or via YouTube Super Thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.